What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's AllTea All Shade Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 7 review. Want to remind you guys that this Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I'll be dropping another video from my KE Guide series. The KE Guide series is a series that I'll drop every Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time, where I break down all of the new television, movies, and documentaries of that week. This week's episode is already up, but stay tuned this coming Monday for all of the shows that'll be dropping next week. Okay, so on tonight's episode, we begin with Martel going to check out the venue for his Upscale Magazine party. Now, mind you, this is the second party that he's had for this. He had one when the magazine initially came out, which was about 6 months prior, and then he had another one when they began filming, because other than that, we all know that he ain't got nothing else going on in life, child. So after that, we see Mel invite Keke, Miss Nail, and Tiffany over, so Tiffany and Kiki can hash out their differences, because Mel was like, y'all gonna get along. We not having that crap like that we had at the tea party and at the spa place. So Kiki says being mean isn't who she really is. And I'm like, Kiki, you's a lie. You've been fighting all your life, child. That is exactly who you are. I do think that she's a good person, but you know how to sling them when it's ready. So Kiki says that the comment about her knowing who her father is wasn't a dig. Kiki, stop. You know it was. You know exactly what you were saying in the moment. It was a dig, and I just need for you to stand on it. Just say you was mad in the moment and you tried to hurt her, and say something that was mean and slick, because that was most definitely a dig. So then we see Tisha meet up with Kimmi and Stormi because she feels like Mel and Stormi didn't communicate well at the tea party. So Stormi feels like she and Mel are good. She was like, she doesn't feel like their friendship is in the rear view. She feels like they're on a steady pace. I think moving forward between Stormi and Mel, it'll just be surface level. You know, we film with each other, but as far as them like kicking it or anything like that outside the show, no, that won't go on anymore, because too much has been said and revealed at this point. So, after Tiffany said that she didn't know Kiki, Stormi tells Tisha and Kimmi that Kiki told her. Tisha says that Kiki called her and said Tiffany sent her this. Somebody said something on Twitter about how they liked Kiki going in on Tisha, and Tiffany liked it, and Tiffany sent this to Kiki a few years ago. So basically, Kiki showed Tisha that to say, but she's saying that she don't know me, but you sending me tweets and stuff that was said on Twitter about me going in on my cousin. And it's being hypocritical, because you're saying, you know, how can I like you or trust you when you've gone in on your cousin, but you on Twitter liking comments that's shading my cousin that has to do with me. So it's just like, it's all around the mulberry bush. So Stormi says that Tiffany said to her that Tisha only owns Scout on papers and she can't control her man. So Tiffany just been around her running her mouth, child. Tiffany has been using the fact that she is pregnant to let loose and let have, because she know can't nobody drop kick her during that time period. But baby, the reunion will be coming and you will not be pregnant. So you got to be real careful with the stuff that you out here saying, even though at this point, Tiffany is comical for me. Like, somebody got to be the messy one. And we already knew going into this season that Tiffany and Stormi was going to have to step up. And Kiki. I feel like Tiffany and Kiki have stepped up to the plate this season. Stormi really not so much. I don't think reality television is for Stormi. I don't think that she is mentally strong enough to handle it. But Tiffany and Kiki most definitely are stepping up this season. Tisha was like, so she shouldn't talk about anybody's marriage when she has rumors on hers. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the tea on Tiffany? What is this rumor that is being alleged about Tiffany? Like, what's the tea? Is that baby not Louis? Who the pappy? Who is the pappy? Is it not Louis? Is it not hey? Who is the pappy? I can't wait to find out what this rumor is, if it'll go any deeper, if we'll ever find out, but I need to know the tea. So it's the night of Martell's party. Keke, Stormi, and Tiffany sit down and have a conversation. And Stormi asks if they're good. And they was like, yeah, we had a conversation. It's fine. So Stormi was like, oh, y'all fine? Not in the next 5 minutes, y'all won't be, because I'm about to fuck that up. So she then brings up to Keke what Tisha said, that, she reached out to Tisha and let her know that, Tiffany was liking shady comments about, Tisha. And so Keke was like, I wasn't trying to go there. Like, I really wasn't. But since it's already brought up, okay, this is what it is. So she tells Tiffany what was said. Tiffany says that she was only talking about a portion of the tweet that was talking about they like Keke on the show and they hope that she stays on the show. She said she wasn't talking about the other part of the tweet. Well, you didn't make that clear. So at this point, that's neither here nor there, because it's just at this point, back and forth. He said, she said, whose side are you going to be on? I do think there's a part of me think that she was trying to be funny. Then there's a part of me that feels like she was trying to champion Keke being on the show. You just never know with Tiffany. Tiffany is a wild card. You really don't really know where she really stands. You know what I'm saying? So after that, Stormi goes to get Tisha. Tisha comes over and Tiffany was like, Keke feels like we know each other like that. And Keke was like, I don't know you like that. However, I do know you and you know me. They so ignorant. So, and I do believe that Tiffany knows Keke more than that she's letting on, obviously. So Tisha then confronts Tiffany about talking about her marriage and scold. And she was like, girl, I ain't talking about you, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, Tiffany, you was talking about her. Like, just stand in it. Stand in it that you was talking about her and her relationship. And so Tisha was like, what's your problem with me? She was like, Tiffany says, you're the majority owner, and you shouldn't be getting kicked out of your office. Facts. Facts. Like, but even if she was a majority owner, this is how she gets treated in that marriage regardless. So Keke was like, it seems like you need a lesson. And Tiffany was like, bitch, I don't need no lesson from you. And I was like, oh, you just letting the B words fly like gunshots, honey, because you would not be calling nobody no B if you was not pregnant, Tiffany. I want to see if she's still gonna have this mouth, this reckless of a mouth, once their baby, since their baby has dropped. I can't wait for the second half of this season, because I can't wait to see if their mouth still gonna be like this, or is she gonna go back into her shell. So Tisha grabs Keke to calm Keke down, because she already know Keke about that life. Keke look like she will fight a rock. Keke look like she will fight a boulder, a tractor trailer. Like, I'm scared of Keke. So Tisha was like, she's pregnant. And Keke said she ain't gonna be pregnant in a few months. Keke want that action, baby. Girl, Tiffany, you better make sure come the second half of this season that you come correct, because Keke ready to pop you in your mouth. So Martel and Shereé arrive, and he got on that same suit, child, that he had on at a previous event. Well, I just saw it. He had on that same suit. Where did Martel have on that white and black suit? I literally just saw it on social media because I was doing some research. I can't remember, but he had on that suit before already. I mean, it's okay to rewear yourself. We know he ain't got many clothes, but like, come on, Martel. So Kimmi in her confession was like, sometimes it looks like a business arrangement than a relationship. Girl, because you know that it's a business arrangement. And I'm going to prove to y'all tonight that it's, in fact, a business arrangement. So Shereé, after Martel says his speech, doesn't even acknowledge her, he comes off the stage and she was like, congratulations, baby. Girl, it was so forced. And he was like, thanks or whatever. And then he get to work in the room. Forget about that she's even there. Mind you, before he even said his speech, he was working the room and had her just standing there looking stupid. And so Tiffany sees Shereé standing alone by herself and uses this as an opportunity to once again make a moment. And I was like, Tiffany, have at it. I'm just ready. I'm at this point sitting with my popcorn and my soda, and I'm just ready to see what Tiffany's about to do next, because Tiffany really did own this episode. So they sit down, and Tiffany was like, have you met Mel? And she was like, I met her one time. It was a long time ago at a signing. She had Lil Tank with her, and we took a photograph together. That was that. She was like, but I have never met or seen her since. And Tiffany was like, so y'all were friends? And she was like, no. She was like, oh, so Mel was a fan of yours. And she was like, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, we took a picture with each other. I don't think that means that she was a fan. I mean, it's Shereé from the Housewives. We took a picture together. Ooh-wee, whoop-de-doo. So Tiffany was like, but you're around her kids. And Shereé was like, when he has the kids, she's not around. And Tiffany was like, that's so weird. We got to fix that. We got to get y'all together. And Shereé was looking at her like, who is this pregnant, wide-nosed bitch? Who is this? So Shereé was like, there's nothing to fix. I, however, feel like, as a grown woman and a woman of a particular age, I would not feel comfortable being around another woman's children without meeting her first. I just think that that's respectful. I feel like men should do the same thing. When you younger and you dating somebody that got kids, you don't really be caring. But that's a huge thing, and that's a respectful thing. And I would think that Shereé would understand that. You know what I'm saying? That I would like to meet the mother of your children before, I'm hanging around your children. And I have seen a photograph of Shereé, Martel, and the kids out eating one day. So it's just a respect level for me. So Tiffany's like, do you still think he has feelings for Mel? And Shereé was like, I don't see it from the conversations that we have. Girl, you watch this dang on show. It comes out of your mouth. You watch the show. You know exactly that man still got feelings for that lady. So we not about to even play that game. Now, Tiffany, that's what you should have said right then and there. Use a lie from the depths of hell. I would have called her out on that one. So Tiffany was like, really? Like, girl, you gonna lie? Like, stop. So Tiffany was like, well, what is it like dating somebody that was a cheater? And Shereé was like, I don't agree with that. I do watch your show. You cheated too. Everyone has a past as long as you're treating me how I need to be treated. But baby, she gagged Tiffany when she said, I watched the show. I know you cheated too. Tiffany once again was like, what the you just say to me? Tiffany got to fix her shocked face. You got to be ready for people to hit you back with a gut punch when you talking crazy like that. So Tiffany was like, after Shereé said, as long as you're treating me how I need to be treated, Tiffany was like, because you put the P down like that, you think that's why? And Shereé was at that point had enough. She was like, I'm not about to play with this chick no more. Shereé had to sit there and take several breaths. Ooh, Jesus loves me. Nam yo horenge kyo, nam yo horenge kyo, nam yo horenge kyo, nam yo horenge kyo, nam yo horenge kyo. Like, she was trying so hard not to thump Tiffany in her nose, child. Tiffany in her confession was like, obviously Martel wants a woman with some more experience. He got a woman that's more close to the Miss Marlene age than he is. Tiffany, you used to get on my nerves. I used to didn't really care for you because I felt like you did too much. But you came to play this season, and I respect that. You are clocking in, honey, and clocking out on time. I just need for you to have the same energy now that you ain't got that baby, okay? I don't want you in the second half of this season to come back tame. You got to come with this same energy, if not more, because it's giving me life. It's giving me absolutely life, because Stormi, nor Kimmi, nor Tisha would ever be comfortable enough to sit down and ask Shereé those questions. But those are the questions that we, the viewers, wanted to be asked and needed somebody to ask them. And I'm so happy that you had the balls and the chutzpah enough to do it. Go ahead on, Tiffany. I like you now. I'm vibing with you now. I get it, honey. So Shereé, this is where I'm going to show y'all how this relationship is so fake. Shereé visits Martel at his house the next day after the party. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a timeline of events. Shereé and Martel filmed for the first time for RHOA. And this was back on October 8th, 2022. I went back to Sonya's page from when they filmed Ross's birthday party, okay? This was October 8th, okay? Where Sonya had her party for Ross. Martel, in that episode, the season premiere episode, came to Sheree's house and obviously was supposed to been staying there, you know, went in the bathroom, rid of her bedroom, changing clothes, obviously sleeping there with her. You know what I'm saying? Then you fast forward to Martel having his Upscale Magazine party, which was filmed 3 months ago. 3 months ago. And Shereé come knocking on his door to his house. Why would a woman who is obviously sleeping with a man who has had him at her home not be staying at his house? That ain't adding up to me. Now, I'm understanding that he made a comment about his mama got the kids. Well, his mama would have had the kids the night before, too, during the party. If it was his weekend, then the mama had the kids the night before. It just not adding up to me. It's giving me very much, I flew down to film a scene with you to do my job and, you know, to film with you and be obligated to keep this storyline going. But them folks ain't no bit more together. Child, cheese. And they really not together now. They've so-called broke up. So Shereé comes over. They sit down. They have a conversation. And Shereé tells him about what happened with Tiffany. And Shereé was like, she said the last time y'all were together, you was following Mel around. And he was like, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. You know, I'm a gentleman. I'm going to walk her to the car to make sure she's safe. Did you not remember that she's going to eventually see these episodes and see what really happened? Like, why do you people be on television lying? So Shereé was like, well, she made it seem like you were following her around all night. And Martel was like, I don't have feelings for Mel. I don't have anything for her. And then Shereé brings up Tiffany calling him a cheater. And he's like, what? Like, I can't believe like she was saying all this about me. And then that's where the episode goes off. Tiffany made this episode so good, so interesting with her clapbacks and questions. I hollered. I was gagged. I was here for every second of it. Shereé looked stupid. I'm just going to keep it a buck. She looked stupid. This relationship looked so forced and unnatural. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. Overall, I'm gonna give tonight's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm gonna give it a B+ because of Tiffany. If it wasn't for Tiffany, this episode would have been a snooze fest. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.